Hey there, so here are all of the best upgrades you must get right now in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. Now there are tons of categories in the upgrade page, which includes both of the core upgrades and the class upgrades. The core upgrade is arguably the most important ones to upgrade first, so I'm gonna be starting with that first as we'll talk about the class upgrades later on in this video. Now let's begin with the upgrades, and the first one in the core upgrade you should get is the attract studs. This allows you to massively earn as many studs as you can, especially if you use some studs farming methods. Equally important in the early game and the late game as well, so get these as fast as you can because things are extremely expensive in this game. Next up is the speedy sprint, probably my favorite upgrade so far, as the difference between not having this upgrade and having it is very big. The world is huge in this game, so having this will definitely be the priority in your upgrade list down the line. Next upgrade in the core section is the extra health and health recovery. The game works differently right now as it now includes health bars compared to the previous game. So staying alive and having multiple lives and safeguarding your stats as well will definitely be helped if you get these two upgrades. Now the final upgrade on the core section is the collectible detector. Now this is a debatable one as not everyone actually likes this upgrade, simply because it makes the minimap very messy due to the amount of collectibles one map has. This one is optional, so it's totally up to you if you want to get it, especially if you are a collector. And if in the end you decide not to get this upgrade, it is actually a good way as well to play the game in the early section, so you won't get spoiled on your discovery in this game. So that's pretty much all of the upgrades I feel that it is worth it in the core section. Now let's move on to the classes. Some of the upgrades are a godsend, especially if you main a certain style of character. So here are some of the upgrades you should get after upgrading the important core ones, starting with the Jedi. I would go for the Jedi Reflex as my priority, simply because you're gonna be fighting in melee range most of the time, and the counter attack will be happening every so often. So grab this if you don't know what to get for the Jedi class. Next up is the Hero class. Get the Armored Disguise and the Terminal Expert upgrade. Armored Disguise will allow you to have a shield when equipping armor, and the Terminal Expert will allow you to bypass its minigame or get bonus stars after completing it. I prefer to skip it as the bonus stars doesn't seem to be a lot. Now going to the Scavenger class, I would go for the Battle Breaker Blaster as it will increase its efficiency in combat. Next up for Scoundrel, a lot of great combat upgrades for this class, so you can get the charged shot first if you want to, as I feel that you'll be using this a lot more than other upgrades. Next up is the Bounty Hunter. The Scatter Shot is a really good one. I know people have been choosing the Enemy Detector upgrade as well, but to be honest, you don't really need that as enemies show up on the minimap anyway. Now for the villain, I would go for the Defense Droid and the Terminal Expert as well. The Defense Droid will provide backup for you, so any additional damage and aggro is always welcome. Terminal Expert will help you skip the minigame process as well, so that is another godsend. Next up, the Dark Side. You can get the Fear the Dark Side upgrade if you want to minimize combat, or Force Crush if you want to have some fun in crushing your enemies. I would prefer Force Crush. For the Astro Mech Droid, the Distraction and Socket Expert is a good choice. Distraction will create a hologram to bring in aggro, and as you already know, the minigame will be skipped if using the Socket Expert upgrade. So we have the Protocol Droid next. The Polished Plating is honestly one of the best upgrades you can get. A minimum of 50% chance of deflecting bolt projectiles. What more can you ask for? So that is pretty much all the upgrades I felt you should get. Again, it's personal preference, so comment down below if you have a different thought. And since we've talked about getting more stats from the upgrade, take a look on the video at the left to see all of the best stat farming spot you should go to right now. Or take a look on the right to get the location of all 19 data cards to purchase your stats multiplier upgrade. This is TheViperian signing off. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.